Hello, my beautiful people. Hello, my divine watchers. Thank you for tuning. Like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. The first reason that I'm going to speak about is generational curses. So, actually, this is something that is starting to be talked about more and more. Tim Ferriss. If you don't know Tim Ferriss, he wrote, he's written a lot of best-selling books. So he's like a best-selling author, and he wrote the book The 4-Hour Workweek, which is his most famous book. So he has a video with this woman called Susan Cain, and she's also a best-selling author, and she talks about how we inherit the grief of our ancestors. So for her, she speaks about her ancestors who went through the Holocaust. Another thing about generational curses, and this is something that maybe is a bit more, I don't know if you want to call it esoteric, but if you believe in God, and if you have read the two books of the Bible, Genesis and mostly Exodus, God chooses Moses to lead his people out from the Egyptians, from the hands of the Egyptians, who were keeping them as slaves, very oppressed. So God chooses Moses to take them out. But during this time, and so they were crossing the wilderness, and they were crossing the wilderness for 40 years, literally just just wandering around the wilderness for 40 years. And this is because God delayed the journey to their promised land, because they were such horrible people. Like, they were not thankful. They were not grateful at all for what God had done for them, for all the miracles that God had brought for them. They were not thankful, and they still built other gods. Like, they created gods from gold and silver. They created their own gods because they weren't happy with the God that was leading them out from oppression. So God, of course, did not like this. And there is Bible verses where he says that he is going to basically curse the generations of these people for what their fathers and their ancestors have done. So if you think about this, it's quite interesting, because it's like, yeah, like there are some people who are so incredibly blessed and who are just given everything, and who receive, inherit money and prosperity, while others of us are just struggling so much with poverty, and I think that it comes down to that, really. If you think about, if you read the Bible and if you look into God and his curses on those people, maybe you are one of those people. Maybe your ancestors sinned so awful that you are paying for it today. And I think that is one of mine. I mean, I'm not Jewish or anything, but I do think that my ancestors were really bad people. I don't know why, but I just think that I just feel that they were probably really bad people, and also just because of my lineage and my ethnicity. After you realize this, you actually realize that maybe you were put on this earth to overcome your ancestors' curses. Maybe you were put on this earth to struggle, but also to overcome, and to maybe be the person that creates peace, and that starts a new generation in blessings, right? So this comes down to my second reason that your life is a struggle, which is that you have been sleeping. That maybe you're still sleeping. And I'm talking about unconsciousness. Maybe you are unconscious in this world, and you're a bit of a zombie, and you're not really awakening to what's really going on around you. And maybe you're just kind of reacting to everything that is happening around you, right? You are reacting to the negative circumstances, and you are continuing, and you're doing that for so long that, of course, that is why you are struggling, because you have not awakened to the real reality of this world, which is being self-aware, and which is listening to your intuition, and which is not learning not to react to negativity. The third reason, which I feel like these are all tied actually, but the third reason that maybe you are struggling, and that you feel like, yeah, life, you were just meant to struggle, just born to struggle, is because maybe God is trying to wake you up. God is calling you. God is trying to wake you up from your struggle. God is being like, okay, He's allowing you to struggle so that at one point you will surrender. So that at one point you will say, I don't want to struggle anymore. To do the best thing that you can do for yourself is to ask God to carry your burdens. To ask God, to tell God, I don't want to struggle anymore. Please carry my burden, and please shine your light onto me. And that way you are discovering who God is. That way you are asking God to be part of your life, to show His presence. And that's what He likes to do, really. But I hope that this kind of was a bit insightful for you. So that kind of brings down to what you can do to stop struggling. And what you can do is accept, to try to overcome your struggles. It is to just accept. Accept that your life is struggle. Opposing, or what seems like opposing things that are coming into your life, are meant to wake you up. And just try to accept the situation. Maybe ask God to carry your burdens. Put on your shields, your imaginary helmet, and decide to live life like a warrior. Decide to take it like a warrior. Decide to fight, to continue fighting until you don't have to fight anymore. You need to accept, and by accepting, you put on your imaginary shield, your helmet, your sword, and you get out there and you fight until something good happens. But you also fight expecting that you are going to win, expecting that great things are going to come after you win, accepting that you will have your victory, and that after you finish fighting, good things are coming. Because you cannot fight and continue to expect more negative things to come to you. No, you need to fight with the mindset that you are going to win, and you're going to receive all of that which you desire, and you're going to receive flow. So this is what you need to do today. So I hope that was helpful. Comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if this is something that you relate to. So yeah, comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bisous, bisous.